I'm 100% disgusted with the way that I'm living right now. And the reason why I'm disgusted is because the energy of disgust is the energy that you have to have in order to go beyond where you currently are. When I moved to the neighborhood that I'm in right now, 3 years ago, I thought it was the best thing in the world. And don't get me wrong, I'm still grateful for it. I'm grateful for my life when I wake up every single day. But as I'm driving through the neighborhood tonight, I convinced my mind that I was absolutely disgusted with my current living conditions. Yes, we have a big home. Yes, we have nice cars. Yes, we have money, but it's not enough, and I deserve better. This is the mindset that you have to have in order to go to the next level. Most people don't think about it that way. But when I look back at pivotal moments that propelled me to the next reality, it was only when I became disgusted with my current living conditions that convinced me to take the action that led me to a new reality. And here's the game that most people are playing with you. Most people are convincing you to settle for fucking less. They're convincing you that it's okay to live below your means. They're convincing you to play it safe and to be normal. And what I did a few years ago, 12 years ago to be exact, I started disconnecting from anyone that I felt I couldn't be the new rich version of myself around. Here's what I mean by that. The people that you are associated with right now, if you didn't meet those people when you were already rich, it's highly unlikely that those people who grew accustomed to the poor version of you are going to support the rich version of you, especially if they are competitive. And so what I had to do in the past is I had to abandon my old self and my own story, because at that time, my old self and the old story operated from the foundation of fear. When you operate from the foundation of fear, it causes you to have a poverty mindset. And I had a poverty mindset at the time, so I had to abandon my old self, and I had a victim mentality, and I had to abandon my old self because I knew that that old version of me was not going to get me to the new version of me. And here I am today telling you that I'm disgusted, not only with my current reality, but I'm also disgusted in the way that you're living as well, because you know deep down inside of yourself, you deserve better. But you won't go for it because you are afraid of abandoning your current reality. And you have to be willing to abandon your current reality in order to enter the new reality. I'm grateful, but I'm also disgusted. And tonight, as I rode around my neighborhood, looking at the big homes around me, you know, there's no home in the neighborhood, I don't think, that's under 500,000. But is that enough for me? No, I want to be surrounded by the average home being worth millions of dollars. The average home. And this is not saying that you can't be happy in a shack. It's not saying that you can't be happy in a 4,000 square foot home. It's not saying that material things are everything. But it's about me pushing myself to the next level. I bought property in the Appalachian Mountains, and I'm not done with it yet. There's no excuses. I need to get to it. And the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because there are some things that you started doing that you're no longer doing. And there are no excuses. You stopped. You settled for less. And if you don't want to settle for less, you have to become disgusted with the way things are. And my life is really good by most people's standards. Hell, in fact, my life is really good by my current version of myself as standard. Because I do what I want most of the time. I do what I love to do for a living. And I make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's not enough. Because I know that I deserve better. I know that I deserve more. And I'm giving myself permission to have more. What does that mean? It means that when you wake up every single day, you're going to do your best to move forward. You're going to operate with a clear vision, and you are going to abandon anyone and anything that is not in harmony with the vision that you have. Yeah. And that might mean you need to abandon your old friends. That might mean you need to quit the job. It might mean that you need to move to a new state. It might mean that you need to change your hair color. It might mean that you need to work out. It might mean a plethora of things, because everybody is different. Your situation is different than mine. But whatever the case, I know that sacrifices must be made. And in order to make those sacrifices, you have to behave differently than you're currently behaving. And you have to dream bigger. You have to think outside the box. You have to stop being soft, and you have to harden up. Not harden up to the point where you don't let love in, but I'm talking about harden up to the point where you become disgusted with the way things currently are. I remember when I was a property manager at an apartment complex, and all my friends at the time was like, man, you got it made. You're running the place. You have a nice condo. You have a this or that. Man, you got it made. And when I would share my dreams with them, they all told me that if I were you, I would just keep it real and stay where you are, man. Like, you got it made. And to me, that wasn't enough. I said, bro, I don't own the fucking building. I don't own the building. Until I'm able to own the building, I'm not stopping. So I had to get disgusted with what other people thought was me doing the best I could do. I had to become disgusted with my current living conditions. And when I became disgusted, I said, you know what? I made up my mind. I'm going full-fledged with my own business. And that's exactly what I did. When I started my own business, I started making more and more money. I hit a point where I felt like I was doing good. Then I said to myself, I'm disgusted again. It's time to go to a whole nother level. And so this level of disgust continues to propel me to a new reality. And I'm telling you right now, if you're tired of making excuses for your current situation, if you're tired of feeling sorry for yourself, if you're tired of being a little wussy, then I'm encouraging you to become disgusted with your current reality, because that's going to help you transform yourself into a new person. That's called developing a new personal reality. That's what happens when you develop a new personality. So you got to become disgusted. Go to the next level. Stop making excuses and master yourself.